Scyther is just the coolest one. I don't even like the upgrade.
What?
Thor, dude, steel type too much.
What?
He's trying too hard.
He's trying too hard. He's OP.
Original Scyther. He's got blades, kind of ninja bug looking like. That's definitely a go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Dignitas versus Golden Guardians, baby. They're both coming into this match up off of wins yesterday, pastry time. Very big for both of them, and we don't say that a lot for Golden Guardians, okay? Solo had his patented Renekton carry game. He's got this in his contract. Every team that he joins, he's going to deliver them a Renekton carry game. Huge plays from him, mainly out of wave control, stacking a big wave, calling over Iconic and a Blaze all up to go dive on that wave. So definitely displaying some good coordination there for the Golden Guardians, getting them one of their 8 wins in the LCS. Meanwhile, for the side of Dignitas, Acadian tweeted out his peasants, not thinking they're good.
He did it again.
All of a sudden, the wrath comes down. So some earlier jungle moves from him as well. I think that's going to be one of the big matchups to watch.
Absolutely. Definitely fun to see them go head-to-head here. His draft is underway. Viego is going to get banned, so is Nocturne, Xin Zhao, and Lee Sin. So actually a lot of jungle bans.
They're not going to ban Renekton against Solo. Okay. We'll take that one in stride. Mage is going to be back here again. I'm really curious to see what a Blaze Olive does go for. Honestly, I feel like there's so much hype building around him now as one of the North American mid laners. I started to perform super well across games, across champions. It's not just, the Zoe, although that is a viable pick. Okay, that's the Diggs angle. They aren't banning it versus Solo Pastry, but they are taking it away. First pick for the Renekton. Now the Crocodile is on the other foot.
I was going to say, this feels like the other option, right? Where if you're not going to ban it away, you at least take it away, which effectively does the same thing. And hey, maybe you like having Renekton in your team as well. But Kalista Diana is the response out of Golden Guardians. A pretty potent 1-2 pick there.
Like the smirk on Iconic's face as they lock it in as well too. Diana, every jungler right now is super happy to play this champion. It just feels good. It's not very difficult to execute. You have huge team fight impact. You can get really big multi-kills with it. Followed up instantly, though, here from Dig, the Akali, the assassin that does what almost no other assassin can do, pastry time, and team fights well in competitive because of the mobility of the champion. Yusui getting it again. He's actually one of the players that I feel like has gotten his hands on Akali most often, and it does set up Dignitas for some pretty aggressive solo lanes here. Although obviously all Akali lanes pretty much until you're level 6, you are playing back. You are usually going to give up your early wave control. That might be difficult considering that Golden Guardians can go for a super aggro pick there for a Blaze in the mid lane and try and open up the game, trying to combine with Iconic's Diana.
Yeah, a ton of options here, though, as already done with phase 1. Actually, Na was the last pick for GG, so Aphelios going to get banned away. Feel like he's been kind of the next default AD carry, with Ezreal getting somewhat kicked out of the meta, with Divine Thunder being taken down many notches for range specifically.
And I kind of like that ban as well, because what Golden Guardians are throwing down in the early game is, hey, we are going to play bottom triangle of the map. We're picking the Narn to Renekton, which is the stay at range, avoid getting dove early, avoid getting your flash blown early. Just as long as the Volibear Renekton does not get a dive off on you, does not get a kill on you, you are going to scale quite nicely for a team fight AoE wombo combo based around a Diana game for you. And they want to play around this Kalista. This is Stixace's Kalista, probably his second most famous champion, right behind the Caitlyn. So I want to see
Tristana, hello?
To me, the Kalista was a bigger highlight, but did get the championship with Tristana.
I mean, look, he's very good on all these champions. I agree with you. I think Kalista is one of his better ones, so nice to see him back with it here. And clearly, Golden Guardians are willing to give him priority. Varus, Aphelios, though, the last 2 AD bans, and 2 mid bans there from a Blaze Olive TF. And LeBlanc, 2 very smart bans against Akali.
Yeah,
out there.
I really have wanted to see TF pop up in NA, because it's popping up all over the world, except for here so far. So hopefully we get some more of that map-wide play soon. But good pointing out, multiple champions that can reveal Akali in the Shroud, with the LeBlanc being a premier one as well. Double lock-in of the Xayah Rakan bottom. This is one of the I feel like should get used more frequently, especially against Diana being so popular and this hard dive coming in. The Xayah easily able to ult it. We'll see what happens here, though. A Blaze. Is he going to actually take the Tristana? It is going to be Tristana for him. So Nautilus plus the Kalista very aggressive on bottom side. Want to see if they can actually play off this. They've got the matchups to do it. With mid lane having a Tristana into a Kali matchup, you always want to try and push in early, get those turret plates down. It's one of the ones where it's super highly popularized. You can either get a lot of turret plate money, or guess what? You push the Akali in, your own bottom with the Kalista Nautilus lane, and then you look for your kills. Plus, you can get rewards afterwards, either turret plates or dragons.
Yeah, you can kind of see what Golden Guardians want to do, right? They've got enough front line to let the damage dealers get it done. Lots of CC as well, which might be tough against the likes of Rakan and Akali, especially given the meatballs in the front side for Dig as well with Renekton and Volibear. But we'll see how it plays out. For me, Tristana is kind of the champion that we saw Blaze Olive kind of first have one of those really big games, right? And it was quite a while ago, right? Back in spring. But to me, that was maybe the start of like, oh, like this is what this player could be like, right? This is the player that I saw in Academy when I watched him play for 2 years. This is the player people were hyping up when he was first drafted in Scouting Grounds. And it is nice to see that he has risen to that occasion, starting to become more comfortable on the stage and stronger in these games.
Yeah. I will say, too, it's a very fun support matchup because whichever support gets the early move on the other one is going to have a huge advantage. Nautilus into the Rakan. You have so many little mini bumps and CC that are not greatly reduced by tenacity from the Nautilus kit, because although there is a mini stun in the ultimate, it's mostly for the knock-up. You get the hook with your bounce back with your little knock-up and your passive route. So there's a lot of options to try and get the early kills. And if you can break, catch the Rakan on the E out, then you can definitely kill them. But on the same token, if Rakan gets initiation on the Nautilus, it's hard for Renatus to reactively activate the Aftershock. And without Aftershock, they can definitely focus you down.
Yeah, kind of just a walking target there. Pretty squishy with the Aftershock proc, so have to be a bit careful. Triumph died nice and early, by the way. Was speared by Kalista in the fountain, which means he was a bit late. But luckily for everyone, teams are just fanning out across the river here. So looks like no invades, no Braum this game. So I guess no team wanting to take an early risk here.
Yeah, you generally want to look down for sweepers as well. We get the just standard jungle switch over here. You see Iconic, you go place your trinket ward, recalls, switches back over to the sweeper, but doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of late invade for them. There's not a lot of need for them to split map. As we said, there's a very clear arrow on the Golden Guardians matchup here for pointing straight towards the bottom side of the map. And that means their Kalista Nautilus not going to want to leash, so very easy route here from Iconic. Just start on top side, on your red, and full clear towards that bottom side.
Yeah, pretty much the bottom as well. For Acadian, is getting help from the bottom lane, right? So they'll know that'll be late. Both jungles will be pretty easily deduced here, despite no wards.
It's just very different goals for the early stages of the game for both teams. Guess what? One team has Renekton into Gnar top side, and the other team has Kalista Nautilus bottom side. So see if they're able to accomplish that goal quicker. Some defensive warding can definitely go a long way for Solo too. I think generally Solo is able to play these matchups quite well on top side when he knows, hey, I'm not getting jungle attention, and should be able to control the minion wave. Right now, he's going to want to be able to push the third one in so that he can actually get it bouncing back, because Volibear is going to end his route, and Volibear is a jungle champion that could very easily and oftentimes wants to actually end his jungle clear early in order to go for a gank instead. Definitely not a power clearing champion, and we'll see if on level 3 Acadian, has got the option to try and get some early ganks up top side. Solo just now moves into river, so Fake God can communicate, hey, we should be tracking his ward timer. It's very easy to track top laner ward timers. Solo basically has to use his trinket ward there. And so you can actually easily route around that as a jungler if you really want to force on top side. You can go that long route through the ramp over by the Raptor camp, and they just ping on it. So maybe he is doing it, and you know that he warded here in the river. So yeah, this is straight out. You can just do this at home in solo too.
Well, kind of to what you were saying, I do agree. I think Solo is actually a very good weak side top laner, but we'll see if he gets punished here in just a moment. Bottom side, though, Chime going in, and the rest of the team going in as well. Aframu going to get rooted in the front side. Ignite is down, though. Chime is so low, and that's looking like a kill. Afra is going to get ignited as well. Needs one more. The teleport's coming in, and Aframu, he's just going to be left to the dead. Oh, it feels bad, man. As the Blaze Olive's going to get Neo's flash, and First Blood's going to go over, but Solo did indeed die. Nice call, Kobe.
So, pastry time. We set it up. Guess what? Each team has an arrow from Champ Select. Dignitas arrow points right towards top side. Guess what? They get their top side play, but Golden Guardians arrow points bottom side. They get theirs. Solo returns.
This looks very spooky. Mininar is very fragile champion getting zoned off now.
He's got flash. There's no way he's going to die here.
You don't know that.
Again. Okay, there is a way, but we would greatly criticize him if it did happen.
Well, Solo's okay. So once again, Kobe's all right. Missing that CS over Solo is going to feel a bit bad, but it's just going to scoop up what he can. So watch this one again.
Again, okay, so Nautilus goes in, but when the Aftershock falls off here, it becomes so squishy. And you like where Aframu actually placed the W on Rakan. Because, yeah, Chime can walk back and, oh, look, I didn't get knocked up, but he had to walk back in closer towards tower, towards the Xayah. So got chunked down really low there. It's just that they didn't have quite enough damage. Aframu could not get the squeeze there to finish off the kill. And with the teleport in from Tristana, they were the ones that got to have the last laugh. They kill off the Rakan on exit. And so it is very good news on the top side for Dignitas, but opposite side of the coin on bottom for Golden Guardians because Chime's got the calculator pastry time.
Definitely held on to the last few precious points of health as Solo is going to look to get aggressive behind a tower of his own here, but just going to clear the wave out. Not wanting to get any do any damage here to Fake God and draw the ire of the turret. But very nice clear there for Solo. Ooh, even going to get some demolition happening.
And the biggest point about this is why he's doing it, because this could look like crazy play, but Iconic already went the long route through the jungle, placed this control ward. They know for sure Volibear is bottom triangle of the map. He can see the camps up here on blue side. Good ward by Fake God himself to keep himself safe here. He does see the Diana prepping, so he's going to go for the teleport. Even shows, hey, I had a ward here on you, buddy. I'm going to pop this cone early. Nope.
Flash, stun. Ooh, everyone's over the top. Solo there. Can't really help Iconic, but Iconic needs some help here. Fake God already doing so much damage. Here comes the Volibear. Iconic just left for dead and will indeed be slain by Acadian.
That's a 5-head by Fake God. Places the ward. He sees the Diana. Once Diana goes down into the Gromp, Fake God's like, I got him. Teleport channel, calling his jungler. Acadian's up there again.
Solo does have flash here. Gonna have to maybe scoop one away. Fake God indeed. Ooh. But the stun is gonna happen and Solo's just barely gonna live.
It's still punishing though because there's no teleport here for Solo. So they can run his butt back to the village.
Run that tail back. And Solo's going to be okay, but his tower not so much. Plate Gold now going over. Now it's Fake God's turn to proxy a wave. And Solo should live here. Fake God is probably not going to check this, and indeed won't. And bottom side again, Neo in trouble. But Stixay ripping the spears out, almost grabs the kill. Neo low but not dead.
Tower.
And now Stixay getting ignited. Aframu is going to turn it back around.
Tower shot is enough. This bottom lane pastry time. Every time we pan our camera down here, it is so close on the bottom side of the map. This time around, the extra damage from the tower shot takes out Stixay. He used flash. His heal. Okay, his heal was definitely down as far as this replay. This is our top side event, though, once again. So Iconic, I guess he doesn't think there actually is a ward there, and he thinks that's a natural recall from Renekton. So he doesn't think that he's been found out. But they saw Volibear heading up on the control ward. I just saw on that mini-map, they definitely had vision of Acadian. So Iconic definitely overstays, but is able to flash to the opposite side of the blast cone, so gains some distance here. As you know, though, it's not enough distance. Conqueror Renekton chases him down. Acadian's like, you know what? All that hard work, Fake God. Well done. Take the kill.
Thanks. 2-0 now for Acadian. Feeling pretty good.
Thank you.
Got the chain ready to go, building in towards that Divine Sunderer. Solo is trying to continually pressure here in the 1v1, but Fake God's feeling just fine. Up about a wave of CS so far. Mid lane, though, is actually good news for Yasui. He's level 7, hasn't died, and the CS is pretty even. So you call that a win with only one plate taken by Tristana.
Yeah, one plate in payment for the matchup here from Yasui. As you said, teleport looks like it's just about to come off cooldown, so he's actually in a very good position. Dark Seal ready, go back at your purchase, you're level 6, you can definitely look to make some plays, maybe go for the Mininar, because bottom side is already full.
Fade's call pop, Chime going to get 2 there, but Stixay now caught out of position. Aframu is just going to dive straight on. kill goes over to Neo. TP in now as the Blaze Olive was trying to roam down. Iconic did finish the red buff steal, but it's Yasui in hot pursuit, looking for the kill. Does have flash, does have ulti as well, but a Blaze Olive gonna get busted shotted back there, but the dive is just too much. Yasui should be able to get the execution. Damage not quite there, he flashes back in. Oh, last little bit of damage wasn't there as he gets a thumbs up for the attempt.
Oh, whoops, daisy. That was a Q early, and then he's flashing in, trying to just get the extra bit of damage. Can't quite do it. If he flashed first, had the distance, maybe they finish that off. In fact, they do. But in the end, still okay because they are going to force mid out and make use of the roam in order to get that Rift Herald.
Yeah, Canadian actually having a ton of impact here in this early game. Gonna go ahead and grab the Herald for his team. His Fake God and Solo is still duking it out here 1v1. Solo gets the push back, but that's more on the wave than actual damage on the Fake God, but Fake God is gonna try and pull it away. It's 3 people now outside the Herald, enough though for Acadian to pick up the eye as GG are way too late to look to contest.
Yeah, even with the extra move now for the reset, with the supports getting back out here, you know, Chime, they're just too little, too late on that roam. The objective already gone, the successful play mid already taken place, so the only real benefit for them here, 6A on bottom side with the Callista able to push Zaya in no problem. Does get straight up to the tower, and he's got that CS lead. At least he can hold on to that despite the unfortunate set of deaths that he has had recently with the extra tower shot taken, no heal used. Flash will come off cooldown pretty quickly though.
Gold is also even, which has to feel pretty good for Golden Guardians given that they had 3 kills down, but again, have 6A with his lead. He'll be very important come the mid game, and Blaze Olive still farming up, feeling pretty good about what's happening in his lane and the plates he's been able to take there as he did grab a second just in mid. There is this Infernal Dragon to consider. Looks like Chime is in the area, and you can see from the gold charts, it is the 2 marksmen on the Golden Guardian side currently at the top. Although Neo in third's pretty nice given that he hasn't had that much fun in lane.
Yeah, definitely looking like the objectives are going to at least keep going their way. The bottom Scryer's Bloom popped here. Afromu is setting up for it, and they're calling Yasui down. Yasui's half health, and I can't see if he has ult.
Chime goes in though, Acadian going to be the target, but he has ulti. Fade's call popped. Acadian now back into Blaze Olive. Put the Q back there with Chime. Yeets out of the ulti. Dragon goes over to Golden Guardians as Yasui is forced to run away, but the spear range not quite there. Sticks they won't find the slow, and Dignitas will walk away.
Yeah, very dangerous here
Oh,
still for Dig.
TP in, looking for the wall, doesn't find it. Gets the scoop onto Afro though as Chime once again is lining up the hook. Great ult there out of Neo, and a good flash as well out of Afro is going to keep the bottom lane alive for now. But Iconic ready with the ulti, finds the Q. Does have the flash. How much does he want to commit? Neo's the target now. No ulti. Flash force there. Still slowed though. That's going to be a kill as Iconic grabs it. Oh, the hook through the other side as well. He didn't mean it, but boy, it looked good. That's a double out of Iconic.
That's what you get when both targets are lined up. Blaze Olive easily able to rocket jump out of this one. But yeah, the lovers duo betraying each other. As Zaya dies just in time, they're lined up, so the hook aimed for the front one, able to get the Rakan right behind him, and guess what? 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep.
1 anchor?
2 birds with 1 anchor. Good fishing there by Chime. As Solo's going to go ahead and meet the Herald before it gets another charge. Nope. Does do the damage there to the tower, but Solo is going to collect the gold from this wave. That does mean first tower gold goes over to Dig, so Fake God and Acadian kind of reaping the benefits of all of their pressure in the top side. So Stride Breaker already done for Fake God. Acadian still feeling pretty good at 2-0-1, and now has finished his Divine Sunder as well. Gold is still pretty close, so Golden Guardians don't need to panic just yet.
I mean, I'm having fun with all the action that we're getting pastry time. Just coming up over and over here. The junglers definitely are focal points for both of it. I have to say, though, Dig, they way overreached at this Dragon setup. Golden Guardians had a much better setup on it just initially with the Callista already towards Dragon, fully able to rend it out. And then the bottom lane, even after it was already taken and mid lane pressure was achieved by Golden Guardians, the bottom lane still went so far up into the river. And here's our double bird kill. Okay, Iconic's able to burst him down just in time. I'm gonna say, you know what, credit to the team. That was also calculated. Iconic's like, don't worry, I got him. Early anchor. Rakan won't see it coming. It's like burst him down in time.
It's the advanced version when Blitz might minion to try and hook a champion. Good timing there from Iconic. Good
Just
try.
treating Neo like a minion there for Iconic. Diana Burst says bye-bye to AD Carry.
Flashless Ultless Zaya, pretty much a caster minion as Fake God is going to get Dominus rolling here. Solo in trouble, forced to flash away as Fake God's starting to amp up the pressure.
Yeah, Fake God been doing pretty well for himself. Here goes the Akali games, though.
Back goes the Akali. The placeholder just shoots him back with Buster Shot, but Yasui at least applying some pressure.
Yeah, as if Akali itself didn't have enough dashes in the kit already. You add in the Buster Shot from a Blaze. Good disengage there for a Blaze, though, able to keep Yasui off him.
Gotta use them sometimes. You know, just gotta press your ulti. It's been a while, right? There's no fights happening. Dragon's not up for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Just press them. You know, they'll be back.
Gotta be careful. If the Akali's got a shuriken sticking out of you, then might not
That's a bad time for you. Yeah.
Do it a little bit early. Some stuff, though. Okay, so people generally just complain about Akali because it's quite strong right now, but we have time to delve into why exactly, because it's actually really fun to play the champion.
Oh yeah,
it's fun to meme about it, but it's actually a really fun assassin to play because she does what very few other assassins can do in the game and can actually team fight Pastry because of the scaling on her Q, where they lowered the energy cost as you rank it up. Once you get that level 9, it feels so juicy to have max rank Q. It's only like 70 energy at that point, which means that Akali now has enough burst in her kit with all the extra damage loaded onto E that you can get your first kill on a priority target simply by doing your R1 into E1 combination by hit confirming it, since R1 is now targeted. And then you go back in with your passive auto already charged to get your E2 damage, plus your passive auto, plus your Q to be able to finish off target number 1. And then guess what? You're left with shrouding within the enemy team to buy the time, and your R2 second charge is just sitting there, waiting for that AoE execution damage for the rest of the team fight. So beyond just assassinating one squishy target with your normal combination there, you have another one left over that is AoE, that is execution damage, and that's where you get a lot of those highlight Akali pentakill type of situations actually coming out, and why this is basically the most picked assassin throughout competitive play.
Yeah, especially with an item like Riftmaker, right? Makes you much more of a brawly style champion, which is not what you expect from, you know, your typical fragile but mobile assassins. Akali really strong, and maximizing the passive, if you want to play her at home, definitely the way to go, because she doesn't really do much, especially with garbage can level 1 Q.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But later, when your Q is 70 energy,
it's a lot better.
Oh, here we go for team fight. Teleport coming in flank.
Bro getting in there, finds one in the back line. Iconic stunned up forever, trying to rock about the way, but will be slain by Neo. And now Fake God is going to get the ulti out of Stixay. And Golden Guardian's going to have to play a 4v5.
All right, the R2 expires now for Akali, so they got the first kill without having to use it. Now they won't have another charge, though, for the actual Dragon fight. Golden Guardian's already down one member, though, and without Diana, that is definitely risky.
Not a lot of ultis to press here, but are going to at least maybe try and poke them, but nothing to really get. Stixay actually shoving in the mid wave. We'll get it. That's a really nice bit of counterplay. So it does at least make sure that tower goes down, but Dignitas definitely winning out there.
Yeah, and to your point about the Rift Herald build and and the Conqueror style for Akali, we talk about a lot of the initial burst and the combination. That's fun to pull off, but the biggest point about the energy cost of the Q going down so much is that, hey, with Q spamming later on and your passive being constantly applied as you can just back up and get more passive autos, it becomes also a DPS output in teamfight. So it's not just burst damage. Biggest thing to me too, for junglers, hey, give energy champions blue buff.
Yes, please.
It actually turns Akali into a machine gun, okay? It definitely benefits them quite well. Over the years, there have been different times where you weight it more heavily or less heavily. Now is definitely one of those times where you actually get a huge benefit out of it.
It's like little baby Earth mode.
It is.
Akali just can't stop clicking Q. Oh, this is very interesting. Blaze Olive getting the max distance here, but trying to make it happen. Oh, Akali! Just so good. A Blaze Olive does get hit by the skill shot, and as a result does die, as Acadian is going to make it 2 here for Dignitas. Yasui just kiting around, and Chime so unbelievably dead. Who gets the kill?
Shuriken!
Cross but Akali.
Yes. As soon as you got that shuriken sticking out of your back, you're just walking away. 5 steps, you know you're doomed. Solo on the top side, though, going to try and get something back here for Golden Guardians. And remember, the gold has remained competitive with all the talk about Akali and this kind of conversation warping champion in the meta right now. They are still plugging away here for the Golden Guardians. They do have a very nice AoE combo available to them if they can transition to this towards the mid game. Yeah, secondary Rift Herald is going over to Dig, but not going to be a big deal if Golden Guardians can properly manage their Gnar Rage Bar and get the Dream Initiation. Nautilus ultimate into Diana plus Gnar. That is an AoE dream here for Golden Guardians.
Definitely going to be tricky, though, again. We keep talking about it, but she's kind of the biggest difference, right, in these comps. Akali's so good at singling out a carry and trying to kill them. Thankfully, Golden Guardians brought 2, so they were prepared to play up against Akali in that regard. But, you know, if she runs rampant in your backline, you're probably not going to win that team fight with a Kalista and a Tristana. So we'll see how Golden Guardians navigate when those fights do come around. It's even on breaks right now, so it is going to be a bit of a longer game as a Blaze Olive senses something is wrong.
Well, he's got his whole team navigating over here, so I don't think he feels like anything is wrong. I don't think they actually know that this Akali's in the brush. And it's definitely beneficial to remain unseen for Akali right now because the entire Golden Guardians team had been rotating over.
Blaze Olive. Ooh, it's very interesting. Faster shot back again. Blaze Olive trying to run. No, not happening. Yasui, they're going to get driven by Solo. That's going to be the counter kill Golden Guardians are looking for. And now they're going to maybe try and kill the tower and play the 4v4. Yep, tower dead. Acadian in the front side goes Golden there as Aframu's running around. Fate's Call pops. Stixxay still hopping mad around the back line. And Chime goes in, goes Golden though as Iconic does the same. It's Stixxay still looking to try and find the damage, but Dig have sectioned off the rest of Golden Guardians. Neo's going to take down Iconic, and Stixxay is still battling, but there's just nothing left to fight for.
Yeah, Dignitas on the chase here. I think they should be able to get Chime.
Oh, so good by Fake God. Dashes through one, dashes again, Stride breaks both, and that's going to give Dignitas the 8th as Chime. It's going to live. Rakan going down, though, and somehow Stixxay is still alive as Fake God is going to finish what he started. That's the delayed ace they were looking for.
They're not done yet. Here comes a Blaze Olive.
All right, gets on in there, TPs through. Fake God now again, still hunting. Dash 1, stun, job's done. There's a Q out of Renekton.
Ding, 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 ding. The champion of the arena is Fake God. Renekton pilot extraordinaire. Ends with the red buff. Last champion left standing. Everybody else taking a fall in this top side brawl pastry time. And that's what we're saying. These are fun bangers here.
Yeah, I mean, pulling ahead, right? 2,000 gold ahead. There's going to be a dragon to fight for in 30 seconds, but Stridebreaker, Connoisseur, Fake God definitely putting the finishing touches on that fight as Golden Guardians are going to have to rally back and look to play for this next objective.
It's so nice, too, actually. You know, new Stridebreaker, insanely effective against Kalista with the attack speed slow.
So brutal.
Keeping her pinned down. Here's Yasui lying in wait, seeing, eyeballing this Tristana for so long. Blaze, he tried to rocket jump over, I think, too far of an angle over the wall there. That's why he hopped just straight up in the air. And if you don't make it that far, then you're going to get
Oh my God, what is going on? Blaze Olive's taking down Afro. Fake God in the front line, trying to make it happen, but he's left for dead as well. And now that's another one as the Blaze Olive is moving in. Yasui going to try and make it happen, trying to assassinate a Blaze Olive, but it's not going to happen. Nautilus ulti follows through, and it's the counter ace out of Golden Guardians.
That's going to be Baron for Golden Guardians. They've done it pastry time. And guess what? Golden Guardians are currently on a 2-game win streak. They're heating up. They're about to be on fire. Pastry, if they can take down Dig here, what a reward for that team fight. Baron on top of all the gold for an ace. Pastry time.
It's not always about do you kill everyone on the enemy team, it's what time are they all dead? And this is the perfect time, certainly, for Golden Guardians, as they will collect the Baron, go back and spend their gold. Now they're the team 2,000 gold ahead, but it should be a lot better as we'll watch the flip, the switch, rock out replay.
All right, let's get right back into it, because it is Dignitas trying to start it out. They get the flash initiation from Rakan, from Afromu here, but Blaze Olive just blows him up on Tristana instantly. Diana does get the ultimate off before dying, so was able to do his job there. Iconic did die, the sacrifice that that Golden Guardians were willing to make here. Blaze Olive then able to flash out at the attempted counter kill there from Akali, turns it right back around, and they chase down the extra kill here with Nautilus, Chime hooking him in. So really nicely cleaned up there by the Golden Guardians. They did have to sacrifice their jungler, but that is definitely worth it for them.
All right, we'll see how much damage Golden Guardians can get done with the Red Bull Baron buff. Chime with a hook, though, finds Acadian. Not all that tanky. Forced to ulti out, though, will keep him safe and a bit healthier as Golden Guardians are looking for this mid-tier 2.
Yeah, easy side check here for Solo. He's just looking around for any flankers. While he's Meganar, you can easily face check. I like this from Golden Guardians. They're not taking any risks. Send in the Meganar. Make sure nobody's lying in these brush. Put your control wards down. Set yourselves up for your dragon control if Dignitas try and come poke around.
All right, well, Krog Speedway was taken there by Iconic to move himself back around. Looks like Dragon's going to be taken by Stixxay, as Solo is going to get the wave prepped in the bottom lane here. Golden Guardians still want to keep going here, take as many towers as they can, because that's a lot of gold they can collect off this Baron, and ideally, they get access to an inhib, and I guess in the perfect scenario, besides, I guess, winning the game, they take one inhibitor off this Baron.
Yeah, that would be perfect scenario for Golden Guardians. They have not had a 3-game win streak all year long. They had one other 2-game blip there. This one would bring it all together. They added Solo in between splits, and they've been looking a lot better.
Also, never had a 3-0 weekend, if that's the case. In which case, this could be the start of it.
Okay,
Gotta win this one,
I like where you're going, Pacey. You know, reach for the stars. You give me a 3-game house. You know what? Let's go for it then. Keep on adding them up here. One step in front of the other, though.
Surely you can win 3 in the same weekend. It's the same thing.
Exactly. If you can win one game,
you can win them all. You can win worlds. All right, we'll go back. Golden Guardians, they're pushing down bottom side. We're going to try and take out this inhib. Should be able to get it here, so feeling good about the damage they've done with this Baron buff here. Dignitas, though, definitely look to make the exit scary if they can.
I, for one, am looking forward to the Blaze Olive Tristana world skin. It's going to have something to do with fire and olives. I don't know. Maybe the Tristana shoots fiery olives out of the cannon.
Yeah, when she activates Q, they're on fire. It's tight. Ship it. MasterChef Tristana. Dishing out olives.
You get some voice lines from Gordon Ramsay in there to top it all off. That one is a banger.
All right, well, Dignitas trying to recover here behind pretty far now after that Baron damage. And are going to have to deal with the supers in the bottom side of the map for a while, which should set Golden Guardians up nicely for the soul point if they want it. Dragon up in 3 minutes, so still plenty of time before that.
Yeah, we got plenty of time, all right. Inhibitor sitting down there. No neutral objectives coming up for at least 2.5 minutes. Golden Guardians, though, they should not just sit back. You know, you do need to continue on with your snowball here. 2 dragons for themselves is not really a leverage point, so you need to make your deep incisions in the jungle. Don't let Dignitas have safe transition rounds. Take away all of these inner jungle corridors like they're doing exactly now. Well done. You back, you get your control wards, you use a control ward super deep. This allows you to push in your waves, starve out the vision of your opponents, and take down some of these now more valuable secondary turrets for yourselves to continue on with that snowball.
Everyone likes Dragon on Cloud Dragon, but Cloud Rift is nice when you're ahead like this and taking down all the vision.
So right in there, get some picks quicker.
Exactly. Also means you die quicker if you make a mistake, but it's okay. You know, it giveth and taketh away, does the Cloud Rift.
I mean, people always want to speed up the games, you know? There you go.
Yeah, just everything's Cloud Rift.
Next season, the entirety of Summoner's Rift is just sped up by passive cloud speed.
Maybe after 30 minutes, they just open an airstream in mid lane
yeah,
so they
like
can run to the enemy nexus faster.
And it's only down mid.
Yeah, it's only mid. You only have, then the map gets smaller. Eventually, it's just mid lane. You have to go through and try and end the game.
People are like, why are they just always ARAM and just always going straight mid? Why?
So you have.
We can't.
Elder Dragon destroys Seattle lanes. That'd be fun.
All right. Well, they did get some of the gold we were looking for. They got that last secondary tower picked up. The super minions are just plugging away on bottom side, so that is a source of income for Dig. Those super minions will always deny their own wave. And so while you do get the top secondary turret for Golden Guardians, Dignitas are happy to try and funnel as much experience in onto Yusui as possible. When you get your Akali level 16, that's where you say, hey, I can kill any carry, okay? You know, you get rank 3 on that Akali ultimate. He's got at least 2.5 items now. At least gets 1 needlessly large rod in there for a little bit of extra burst. If they could just get a little bit more experience pumped into Yusui to get that level 6, then maybe they can actually, you know, find that kill onto Tristana. I will say, very good purchase from a Blaze Olive to pick up that stopwatch, though, because that is one of the only things in the game, you know, that are really going to turn this one right back on you. We'll see if he has good stopwatch usage, because that is critical. Stopwatch for Akali R2 should be doable.
Ooh, Yusui just barely misses out on getting slowed there by Solo. Don't think he would have gone for it, but again, at least zoning them away. They have all its control they prepared earlier after taking the tier 2. The bot inhib still down for 1:40, so this is pretty much perfect as far as the Baron setup goes. It's just how you execute on the play. Chime, they're going to walk forward, immediately look to create even more space.
Cloud speed.
Afro again. Ooh, going to get slowed up. Oh, he's so slow. Afro going to be forced to flash and pop Battle Song.
New Stride Breaker, forcing the flash there. And the Cloud Speed for Nautilus and for Gnar trying to look for these picks. They do get 1 Summoner spell. Aphromoo has to flash away, but he's still got his health bar. So, still fighting chance here for Dig as they collapse.
Oh, Chime, though, has found one Acadian, a good target to lock up. They're trying to finish the Baron here. Fake God, though, look around the back. He's just going to dive in! Acadian! He's stolen the Baron, but Golden Guardians, can they win the fight? The rest of Dig are charging on in. Solo is going to get taken out by Yusui.
Oh!
Fake God, though, on the front side is happening. The marksman needs to live his Stixay. Can't go anywhere. Fake God is going to force in a flash at the back of the pit as Stixay will escape, but Dignitas get away with robbery there.
All these peasants thinking we are good. LMFAO. Acadian comes in. What a Chad. Ults in, smites that Baron away, and they win the team fight afterwards too, because Yusui finds the kill onto Solo as he transforms back into Mini Gnar and turns into a viable target for the Akali. All in time, Pastry, for the Baron-empowered recalls to allow him to get back to base, defend the Nexus turrets, pick up the Dragon. Dignitas Baron. Pastry time. Not what you thought you were going to get when I said that phrase, was it?
All right, let's watch this one again, because Amanda is trying to finish it, but Acadian's like, nope. Dunks the Baron.
You cannot be stopped. You go unstoppable with your Volley Bear ultimate, so well done there by Acadian. Ults in, gets the objective. Meanwhile, so much time and space acquired there. Yusui used the Shroud very well to section off everybody away from the rest of the team. He gets the kill onto Solo, uses the Zonias. The rest of the team collapses, and we're right back on that party bus.
Yep, Death Cap now done for Yusui. Baron now in the hands of Dignitas, so they can look to build themselves a bit of a lead and keep this game back to basically the even spot it's been at for 31 minutes.
You see an Akali with a Death Cap here. That Akali can definitely kill off any carries. Even with a shield bow and a Guardian Angels there, Stixay still has to be cognizant of his positioning. Still looking there for level 16 for himself, as well as most of the rest of the members of his team. Fake God and the rest of Dig, though, they split up into the 1-4, just having Akali on top side. Teleports available for Yusui, so they really want to threaten the dive here. Volibear ultimate, able to turn off these towers. They threaten the dive with the extra speed boost up here and will allow Yusui just go catch mid instead, waiting for the moment to actually pull the trigger.
All right, well, gold is now even, but still not done here for Dig. 40 seconds of the Baron buff left. It's Golden Guardians considering something, but again, with Yusui able to teleport in, maybe not something Golden Guardians want to take unless they can really find a good angle.
Yeah, you don't want to just kind of run your head into this one, because double Guardian Angels being available plus Zonias for Diana, and those are basically all of the primary targets that you're looking for. It makes you second guess yourself. You don't want to add onto those stasises a very risky opening to a team fight, so you have to be a little bit cautious just because of the timings of some of these very big, you know, one fight basically high value items of GA on both of the main carries there. That's kind of what Golden Guardians are riding on right now, what's floating them a little bit of the difference in this game.
Also feels like we are going to get to a point where it does feel like, you know, a one-fight game, especially if the Dragons drag on, if the teams can't quite find an opening around, say, the next Baron.
Yeah.
We're definitely on pace for a game where teams maybe just going to flip it around Baron or Elder Dragon.
Yes, sir. Let's see if they actually do just cede control, because Dignitas have done a very good job of leaving behind all of those. Basically, breadcrumb wards is a term that Riv always used to love to use, is after you make a deep push like that, leaving behind all of your wards as you exit opponent territory, allowing you for an easier setup on your reset there, which is exactly what Dig are doing. You know, they use that early, deeper info to immediately get right back out to Baron, lay down their control wards, and try and set up for the arrival here way, way, way ahead of time, way ahead in preparation.
All right, well, Chime is in potential trouble. Good ward, though. As Golden Guardians know, they need some avenue towards this upcoming Baron eventually. And the next dragon isn't the Soul Dragon, so neither team is going to rush to take it. I think whichever team has map control will probably happily get it. Right now, that is certainly Dignitas.
Yeah, I feel like what you give up is way too much, because even giving up positioning on Baron is too much of a cost.
Ooh, Golden Guardians going in early here. Chime has found a Cadian, but again, that's the front line of Solo, though. Sectioning off Neo. Blaze Olive starting to let it rip, but Fake God's TP'd through, and now Blaze Olive tied up. Great Buster shot there out of the Trist, and can they get the kill? Yasui's diving so deep, but he gets a GA. Now the rest of Dignitas goes in, and it's just carnage in the front side of the fight as Dignitas are ripping Golden Guardians apart. Styx here the only one left alive, but not for very long, as Aphromoo is going to find every single angle he can. Yasui's finished off iconic, and the Guardian Angel means nothing as Dignitas find the Bud Light ace.
Ooh, Aphromo's cold there. He just even turns his back on his old lane partner. Goodbye, Stixay. I actually can't watch as they kill you off. Turns away, wipes the tears from his eyes, and runs straight down mid lane.
Yeah, that's the twist in the story. It's like, I can't watch you die. I got a game to win.
Exactly.
Against you. As Dig R&D going to go for here. I mean, somebody already burnt a flash, so this push is going to be the last one unless something miraculous happens. But 10 seconds. No, Chime's up. 1v5 for the old support Nautilus. It's not going to happen there. Dignitas, we may have cursed some Kobe, but Dig will be happy to have it. It's yet another win on the weekend.
Let's go, Dig Baron. Let's go, Dig Baron. Let's go, Dig Baron. Honestly, Acadian really coming into his own here on the LCS stage. The last few games, he's taken a very aggressive stance on jungling, throwing out a lot of